We've all heard the quote, work smarter, not harder. I've been uploading videos to YouTube since about 2015, trying very hard the entire time to make it a full-time career. And just before I got married in 2018, I made that a reality. I left my full-time job to do content creation full-time, YouTube and commercial work. Technically, working hard, but showed little success in terms of YouTube growth. Now last year, fall of 2020, I decided to change that. I decided to work really smart to produce unique content that was engaging and fresh for the viewer. When it took me 4 years to hit 10,000 subscribers, in these 4 months, I was able to gain over 30,000. However, what happened after this short-term success is what can happen if you let fear get the best of you. I set back into my old ways, and instead of working smart, I just went back to working hard at all the wrong things. I wasn't paying attention and listening to my gut as to what I really wanted to create and what I thought would be unique and engaging for you guys to watch. It kind of felt like I was just on autopilot. I'd hear about some latest gadget or gizmo and try to get my hands on it, make a quick review, and on to the next, never really thinking, was that actually a good piece of content? Sometimes things would hit and be popular, and sometimes a popular item would totally miss, and you'd get that good old 10 out of 10. So I've come to the realization that, and this is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I think we all need to forget about the algorithm. I'm starting to realize it's not about hacking the algorithm, it's about hacking the minds of the viewer. While it may sound similar, it did strike a chord with me because on one end, I'm trying to appease this arbitrary computer system that is ever changing at a faster pace than the human brain can comprehend. But on the other side is something that pretty much all of us understand. That's being human. And one thing that I know humans love, stories. So while there's tons of videos out there on tips and tricks to get to 100,000 subscribers, I want to talk about the 5 reasons that I believe have contributed to me still not hitting 100,000 subscribers. The first one is story structure. Now I always struggled with this one because I thought story meant that you had to have characters and all these scenes and a whole narrative storyline and outline written out. It's not necessarily the case. It certainly can be that, and it sometimes is, but it doesn't have to be this whole big elaborate thing. I mean, one of my most popular videos from last year using the iPhone 12 Pro Max like a cinema camera started out with just a skit, and that was actually added super last minute. That was never planned. I was editing the rest of the video and that idea just popped into my head, and so I took like 30 minutes to film it, added it in the beginning, and it was a little bit of storyline that captured people in those first couple minutes. But it also can be as simple as just showing a sequence of events that plays out a story. I mean, in this video, I showcased where I was at by using establishing drone shots. I'm transitioning into these scenes by showing a Casey Neistat style wide shot of walking in until I settle on my close-up and I talk to the camera. So many times I have completely overthought what I should be doing for a video instead of just doing something simple, logical, and tells a good story. Next up is the video brings no value. To me, this was a tough pill to swallow, and no one specifically told me this, but there were definitely comments that kind of alluded to it. Again, looking back, I was in autopilot so much that I would technically be like reviewing a product, but I didn't really answer any questions or there were no directive to the video. Like this video I'm trying to make as clear as possible. These are the 5 reasons as to why I think I haven't grown on YouTube. And by bringing those to light, it hopefully answers the question of how to grow an audience and hopefully reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube if you do the opposite of what I've done in the past. There would be times that I would literally get a product in, I'd go to my desk, hit record, and just straight up unbox it and just start talking about the product and my thoughts and opinions. And I thought that that was genuine and just the best way to do it. But now I follow a story structure that I totally ripped off of from another creator who I'm totally blanking on at the moment, but his name and face will pop up on the screen. And I use Milanote now, and I plan and prep every single video I'm working on, and especially going forward, going to use this method to hopefully, before I ever press record, I'll be able to look at my plan for the video and be like, yes, this makes sense. There's no, hopefully, giant holes in information or plot points. And I'll be able to see, does this ask a question in the beginning? And by the end of it, does it answer that question? Does your video bring value? Now, before we move on to number 3, I want to interject with kind of a bonus reason, and it actually has to do with today's sponsor, which is Epidemic Sound. So yes, one of the things that has limited my growth, I believe, has to do with music. Music is something that drives every piece of content, whether it is in-your-face music or subtle in the background, but it is emotionally driving the scene. Music is incredibly important, and I am so guilty of so many videos either not having music where it should have been, or just being completely lazy and throwing down a track because one was too hard to find, and so I just kind of found something that worked, put it at negative 30 decibels, never really blended anything, and just kind of there you have music. But Epidemic makes it so easy to sort through hundreds of albums and genres and really be able to filter down to find that perfect song that you're looking for. And of course, it's not just for YouTubers. Whether you are in Hollywood, commercial, production, broadcast television, agencies, they have all sorts of licenses that will fit your needs. And for me personally, one of the biggest reasons I love Epidemic is because pretty much all their music has access to the stems, which means that if you find that perfect song, but you just don't want the vocals, or maybe the drums are just a little bit too intense for the dialogue that's going on in the scene, you can download the stems separately, add in the instruments that you want, take away the ones you don't, maybe take 2 stems from different songs and mix them together. I don't know, get crazy. If you're interested in trying them out, check out the link in the description. You'll get a free 30-day trial. Cancel anytime you want if you don't enjoy it. But going into 2022, music and sound design is going to be a huge focus for me to hopefully improve and get better and really be able to express whatever emotion I want in the video. Thanks to Epidemic for sponsoring today's video. Let's head to number 3. Number 3 is topic changes. Now, it's totally normal that when you start a new channel, you want to explore what is fun to create. So you're going to try all sorts of videos and different topics to talk about and stuff, and that's great. But I really think that over the years, I've gone way too far in many different directions, from photography and filmmaking and narrative stuff to color grading to gear and tech reviews, vlogs. You can just split your audience too much, and then every time you upload a video, only a small percentage of your audience is actually interested in that topic. So find what niche is fun and enjoyable to create content with, and just go for gold with that. If you want to change, make a slower transition and kind of test out your audience to see how they're liking that. All right, number 4 is going to be no cross-platform promotion. And what that means is that I'm terrible at this one. When I upload a video to YouTube, I click publish and I'm like, there you go, YouTube, send the people my way. When in reality, I should be leveraging whatever audience size I have on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to try and funnel people to go watch the video. A smaller creator who is doing amazing at this, in my opinion, is my buddy Jayhawk. If you haven't checked him out, I'll leave him in the description below. But man, I am seeing this dude post Instagram Reels, Instagram posts, he's on TikTok, he is everywhere. And every time he uploads a new video, he has promotional content to post on all of those different social platforms for at least like the next couple days, promoting that recent video. And when he uploads another one, he does it all again. So much that his Instagram's kind of blown up. He makes incredible content, and it seems like he knows what he's doing in terms of cross-platform promotion. And going into 2022, that's going to be a huge focus for me because, like I said, I suck at it. Oh, I guess I should do that here. I'm more active on TikTok and Instagram now, so if you want to head to those, it's at Initial Focus pretty much on all platforms. Cross promotion, yay. Alright, and number 5, hands down in my opinion, the most important of them all, inconsistent uploading. The first time that I actually took a step back and was like, whoa, maybe it is me and not this YouTube algorithm that is just hating on me. And it was at the end of 2019. I was really pissed off with my lack of growth, and no videos had really taken off at that point, and I was just blaming everything else except myself. Until I did one simple thing. I literally went into the YouTube Studio app and I counted how many videos I uploaded in that entire year of 2019. Can you guess? 11. Not even one video a month. No shit, I didn't grow. Now, if those 11 videos a month had been on the level of Mark Rober, who does one a month, but literally spends sometimes 6 months producing one video, then sure, you have the potential to grow. But I was doing boring, plain old tech reviews. Nothing new and cutting edge, offering no real different opinion than anyone else covering the same topics. And so how could anyone expect to grow when you're just doing the same thing as everyone else and doing it less? So since then, I have tried all the various ways of staying consistent, giving myself deadlines and saying, okay, I'm gonna upload once a week, twice a week. To be honest, nothing has really permanently stuck. I'm still kind of figuring it out. Now I'm more focused on the quality while also making sure that I don't go really more than a week. I mean, if I'm doing content creation full time, there's really no reason why I shouldn't be able to upload at least once a week unless, something insane is going on. But most weeks, there's no excuse. So whatever it means to you, be consistent. Upload the level of quality that you want and upload the quantity that you should be uploading. If you can't get a 10 to 15 minute super crazy in-depth YouTube video out this week, make a 20-second TikTok. My wife, who is my biggest supporter and my biggest critic and my biggest pusher to be the best version of myself, gave me a goal this month of make 30 pieces of content. My jaw dropped when she first said that. I was like, and I just instantly started coming up with a bunch of excuses, as I always have. And she's like, no, I didn't say 30 YouTube videos, 30 pieces of content. And when you start thinking like that, it became a little easier. I found this little TikTok series that I started making that literally takes me like 30 minutes to make 3 of them. I'm trying to hit at least one quality YouTube video a week, trying to get more active on Instagram, posting there and reels and stories. And of course, I'm always active on Twitter. So making a lot more content doesn't have to be as insanely time consuming as we all think. So get consistent, get creative, and make it happen. So going back to the human thing for a minute, we understand what keeps our attention. Whether you are looking to create short form content or something that's a little bit longer. We're all viewers and consumers at some point, and so we understand what keeps an audience engaged because we understand what keeps us engaged when we're watching something. More creators, including myself, need to start really thinking about the person on the other side of the screen and less about this algorithm that we're just never going to keep up with. We're all going to have videos that hit for some unknown reason and videos that we work incredibly hard for a long time on just to see that god-awful 10 out of 10 show up. That stuff is going to continue to happen whether you have 500 subscribers or 5 million. After a lot of self-reflection and advice and just conversations over the past couple of years, I've come to genuinely believe that the things I've mentioned in this video have greatly contributed to my lack of growth on this platform, not because some AI computer is out to get me. I'm sure we'll all continue to debate what is and isn't true about analytics and what's the best time to post and should you use tags, should you not use tags. But for me, in 2022, I'm going to solely focus on you, the viewer, and just hope that everything else will just fall into place. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to contribute towards stepping towards that 100K goal, then by all means, I would love if you came along for the ride and hit that red button below. I hope everyone is safe and healthy and is able to spend some quality time with family this holiday season. I appreciate you taking some of the time to watch this video. See you all in the next one.